Now let's talk about policy. You are leading the team in CLIMA, which is working on the Clean Industrial Deal. For those that don't know what it is, can you explain it to us?
Yes, the Clean Industrial Deal. That was actually one of the first Commission strategic documents to put competitiveness, decarbonization, and economic security together. And the main objective of this strategy is basically to build a business case for industry to decarbonize and become more competitive. And this concerns many policies. So on energy side, to have access to affordable clean energy, but also to create lead markets so that there is a demand for low carbon products so that a business can be made. It's also about financing, so how to help this big project to get financed. It is also about the circularity of our economy and how to work with partners around the globe. So it is very much about how to make industry successful in this decarbonization journey and how to make it, the most competitive around the globe. So that's, in a nutshell, what is the Clean Industrial Deal, and it's very much the whole of Commission approach.
Okay, it's a big task to decarbonize industries and create the right condition for new clean technologies. Can you tell us more about the policy and the financial tools you are using?
Yeah, so there are many policies, as I was saying, but maybe I can focus on where we are active here in our directorate. First of all, is a key element is the ETS, the emission trading scheme, because this is giving a clear signal through carbon pricing for investment. It's also a way to collect revenues from this carbon pricing. And with these revenues, part of it is used to support industry again to decarbonize and to invest. And this is what we're doing with the Innovation Funds now for a couple of years. And this is a very successful instrument. Now we have 280 projects that have been awarded 18 billion euros in many projects across Europe for clean steel, clean cement, for clean tech manufacturing in batteries, in wind. So a lot is happening with this innovation fund. So that's, I would say, the first part, how to get the finance right. Another very important element is how to get the data right and how to get the measurement right. It is, again, the monitoring, reporting, and verification. And here we are very active in the field of removals, because we will need to remove emissions from the atmosphere through forests, but also through technical means. And here we are working very hard on developing methodologies in the field of the carbon removal and carbon farming framework. And this is working well. We are very active and we are advancing very well in this field. And hopefully in the next couple of months, we will have these methodologies. And this is the building block for then building our policies, our incentive schemes, our link with the ETS. So a lot will happen around this measurement. And thirdly, maybe I want to also stress the work that we do around value chains, because we cannot take in isolation our policies. They need to be looked at for the whole value chain. And I take the example of carbon capture and storage, because that's going to be an important technology for the hard-to-abate sectors. And there we need to look at how we can incentivize the capture of the CO2, how we can transport the CO2, and how we can store the CO2. And for instance, on the storage, we have set new legislation requiring the oil and gas industry to have a minimum quantity of storage in place in Europe. So we need really to look into these value chains. It's true for carbon, but it's also true for hydrogen, for instance. So in a nutshell, these are the type of policies we are working on.
Okay. Last question, now looking a bit ahead. What is coming up next for your team? Any big announcement?
What's coming next? A lot of work. That's good. It's good because I think we are on the right path towards decarbonization of industry. It is challenging, of course, but we are putting in place the right tools. So what we will do next? First, we will develop a new bank, the Industrial Decarbonization Bank. This is going to be 100 billion euros that is available for the scaling up of the clean technologies in industry. We will also continue the work on the Innovation Fund, and that's going to be part of the ETS review that we will do by the summer next year. That's the first, I would say, big priority. Another big priority for us will be to work on the implementation of the European climate law. We have now an agreed text, but we need to put that into motion, and in particular, what will be the national targets on removals, on emission reduction. And here in the team, we will be looking very much on the removals, the future of the land use changes and forestry regulation, but also how to create this new market for carbon farming with the methodologies I was referring to. And maybe the last thing I want to point is also a big priority for us is implementation. Because it's not just about developing new policies, new legislation. It's also about implementing what we have. And this is what we do with the F-gas regulation. That is going to be a very important legislation to phase down and phase out actually completely F-gases in the next years. So this is in a nutshell our work program, and it is a lot about creating again this business case for industry to invest and to really put these solutions on the ground in practice.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.